Hello everyone, welcome to lecture series on analog circuits. I am Rahul CM, working as assistant professor in KLS VTIT Halia. Today in this session I will be discussing about small signal operation and models. In the last class or in the last lecture we have already discussed about the voltage gain expression in MOS FETs. So I will be continuing my discussion. Here in this session we will be discussing about small signal equivalent model of MOS FET. So what is a small signal model? A small signal model is nothing but a model which replaces the actual working of FET by some passive elements, right? So that passive element may be a voltage source or a current source. Here you can see this is my basic circuit diagram. Here you can see that I am having the input AC signal, that is VGS, correct? This is my AC signal and this is my DC input signal. So I am giving both AC and as well as DC to my MOS FET input side, right? And I am taking the output at the drain side. I am taking the output here at drain side. So this is the point where I am taking the output. Fine. So I am applying the input to the MOSFET that is at the gate side. That is one is small signal input signal, that is the AC signal, and one more is the forward biasing input signal, that is the VGS signal, that is the DC signal, right? Both of this constitutes instantaneous voltage. So here we can see the notation is small VGS for AC input, capital VGS for DC input. So instantaneous voltage will be small v subscript capital GS, which because it is comprising of both AC and DC. And here you can see the current, the output current of the MOS FET is nothing but drain current. That drain current is nothing but small I subscript capital D. Since as you all know, MOSFET has very much high input impedance because of that input oxide layer, silicon dioxide layer. The MOS FET offers very much high input impedance. So you can see that this is there are three terminals: gate, drain, and source. Here you can see this is gate, and this is drain, and this is source. Between gate and source, you can see there is very much high input impedance. This is because of the silicon dioxide layer which I discussed in the construction. There is an introduction to MOS FET lecture video. Fine. So here we can see that the gate to source is nothing but having infinite resistance, that input impedance, right? That is why I am replacing the input side by open circuit. What is the input signal I am giving? I am considering about small signal equivalent circuit. So I will consider only the AC input here. So what is the AC input I am having here? VGS. What is the output thing? The output current is nothing but ID. That ID depends on the value of VGS, correct? So what will be the, as you already know, GM is ID into VGS. ID is GM into VGS. So I am writing ID as the output current, that is nothing but the drain current will be nothing but a function of GM into the input signal VGS. That's why, since you can see that the output current is a function of input voltage, the output current is a function of input voltage, hence I am able to have this MOS FET being called as voltage control device. Fine. It is also called as voltage controlled current source. Why current source? Because this voltage I am able to have change in the current flow, correct? Hopefully this point is very clear. MOSFET is a voltage controlled current source. Fine. This is the small signal equivalent model, neglecting the channel length modulation. If I neglect the channel length modulation, I can even consider, I have to even consider the output resistance as infinity, since the drain to source resistance will be obviously very much high. The resistance offered by drain to source will be obviously very much high. But if I consider the channel length modulation, then I have to consider one finite resistance between drain and source. That resistance I name it as R0, small r subscript O. So that is R0. So you have to remember both the diagrams. So if I will summarize the concept, the input impedance is very high, therefore VGS is replaced by open circuit, and output impedance is very high. That's why I am even replacing the output circuit by open circuit. But output current is what? ID. That ID depends on the input value, that is VGS. Correct? So I am writing ID is equal to GM into VGS. What is GM? Trans conductance. Fine. Next, if I consider the channel length modulation, I have to even consider the value of R0. Hopefully this point is very clear. So this is, I am summing up all the concept points here. It is a voltage controlled current source. It is a voltage controlled current source. If I neglect the channel length modulation, what is the input impedance? Input impedance is infinity and output impedance is very high. I assume this thing to be infinity. neglecting channel length modulation, correct? If I consider the channel length modulation, Zin is infinity and output I will consider to be very high. This value I represented it by the representation that is R0. Fine. So the finite resistance is nothing but the output resistance is given by, it is modulus of VA by ID. What is VA? VA is nothing but 1 divided by lambda. What is lambda? Channel length modulation, that is that value, correct? So this is the VA is nothing but 1 by lambda, that is nothing but the voltage across the channel, correct? When channel gets created, what is the voltage that is appearing across the channel? That voltage is VA, correct? What is ID? 1 by 2 kn dash into W by L into Vgs minus Vt whole square. What is kn dash? It is mu n into Cox, as you already know. What is the range of R0? It is between 10 kilo ohm to 1 mega ohm. It is in the range 10 kilo ohm to 1 mega ohm. So considering the lambda, we can write AB as minus Gm into Rd parallel with R0. What if I don't consider R0? If I don't consider lambda, then I will ignore, because in small resistance in parallel with a large resistance. This is a small resistance in parallel with a very large resistance, then result will be a small resistance, so I will not consider this R0. So in that condition, the equation would have been AB equal to minus Gm into Rd. Hopefully it is very clear. So next thing is a very important thing. I'll be deriving the expression for Gm. We know that the transconductance Gm is defined as the output current versus input voltage. Why output current? See, why trans? It is trans because how output has is controlled by input. It is specifying it. How output input controls the output, that is being specified in this equation here. That's why it is called as trans or transfer. Why it is called as conductance? It is called as conductance because it is current divided by voltage. Correct? So it is transconductance. What is Gm? It is ID by Vgs. So what is the equation of Gm I am having? The Gm is Kn dash into W by L into Vgs minus Vt, as you already know. You have to remember this equation. Please practice writing all these equations because there are many equations available here. So what is ID? ID is 1 by 2 mu n into Cx into W by L into Vgs minus Vt. Now I will come for this thing. I'll try to shorten up the formula by assigning the values for that variables. See, mu n Cux into W by L is termed as Kn. Mu n Cux into W by L is termed as Kn. What is Kn dash? As you already know, it is mu n into Cox. If I try writing the equation of ID, then how will I write the equation of ID as? You can see that what is Kn? What is Kn? The Kn is nothing but mu n into Cx into Kn is nothing but mu n into Cx into W by L. What is mu n into Cx? Kn dash. So I am writing Kn is equal to Kn dash into W by L. Correct? So what is ID? 1 by 2 into what is mu n dash, mu n Cx into W by L? It is Kn, right? Into Vgs minus Vt whole square. So what is I'll try to get extract of Vgs minus Vt. So what will I get? Vgs minus Vt equal to square root of 2id by Kn. If I substitute this equation in my Gm equation, then what will I get? Gm is equal to Kn dash into W by L into root of, instead of Vgs minus Vt, I'll substitute this, that is root of 2id by Kn. Correct? So what is Kn? It is Kn dash into W by L. This is already mentioned here. Correct? So this I am substituting over here. Kn dash into W by L. So this is again denominator, which will be 1 by root 2. Correct? I am separating this square root into numerator and denominator terms. So if I expand this, what will I get? This is Kn dash into W by L. If I make the denominator come to the numerator, what will I get? It is my raised to minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 is what? This is raised to 1. This is raised to minus 1 by 2. What will I get? Root of Kn dash into W by L into root of ID. So this clearly tells Gm is directly proportional to ID, that is the drain current, and Gm is also proportional to the mobility of the electrons and capacitance of the oxide layer, mu n Cox or even Kn dash, and Gm also depends on the ratio of width by length of the MOSFET. So these are the very important considerations which will be helping me in designing the MOSFET. So this is my expression of Gm. Using this expression, I will come to know Gm depends on what all parameters. So this is a very important derivation. Please try practicing it. Thank you.